Alright, so this is a suggestion via Patreon. The name of the video is a new Texas law requires schools to display an image of God hung like a horse in every classroom. Bro, what is this? Let's go.
A new Texas law is requiring every school classroom to display an image of God hung like a horse. In an effort to remind students of traditional Christian values, the new law mandates prominently presenting a depiction of the Lord's massive throbbing member for all to see. According to Texas Governor Greg Abbott, this law is important for students to understand how the Almighty Father is, quote, completely meted up with a fat honkin' schlong. While some
But why would that matter? Guys, why would that matter? And why would that be something that's even like spoken about like that? Texas has a lot of interesting laws, I'm sure, right? Didn't know that it would go to this level of just oddity, but we're here.
Some critics have argued that God's fire hose has no place in the classroom. Governor Abbott argues that with the lack of education at home, there is no other way for students to appreciate how fat and veiny the Creator's divine truly is. The law further
Guys, why, again, listen, so my thing here is, why would this be something that we need to put into the classroom for children, specifically, right? I don't know why this would be something that's extremely relevant. It is, but it's not, okay? It doesn't really change a person's characteristics. You know what I mean here? It doesn't.
Mandates that most images should be displayed near the flag, so that every morning students can also pledge allegiance to God's enormous peace.
The updated Texas Sex Ed curriculum now instructs children how to stone horse. Students in both middle school and high school will receive comprehensive guidance for identifying harlots and executing them for their disgusting, lustful ways.
Guys.
With a renewed focus on the importance of how sexually promiscuous
Stone harlots?
women corrupt the male mind, Texas health classes will address how to ostracize these from society and ultimately slaughter them in excruciatingly painful public executions. The Texas Sex Ed
How are you just saying this like this is... Listen.
Curriculum also now requires students to take a large stone home for the weekend so they can practice carrying out God's divine wrath upon all horses.
This perfect 4.0 student claims that he was rejected from college simply for being a white. Despite having straight A's throughout all of high school and a 1410 SAT score, a local Texas student, Ashton Wheeler, believes that due to affirmative action, he was not admitted to any of his choice universities simply because he's Caucasian and has committed sexual. According to Wheeler, it's unfair that some of his Black and Latinx classmates were accepted to many.
Latin what?
According to Wheeler, it's unfair that some of his Black and Latinx classmates were
Latinx? Is what he's saying here? What is that?
Accepted to many of the colleges he applied for, even though they had worse grades than him and had never anyone. Wheeler noted that because of these rejections, he would instead be pursuing a non-traditional education at PragerU.
It's officially fall, y'all. So today I'm going to show you how to...
PragerU is that channel. We've definitely reacted to a couple of videos from that channel. They've all been very slanted, let's say, right? Factually true at times. No, for the most part, always factually true, but just strategically factually, if that makes any sense, right? Like, yeah, you can tell 45% of the story. Everything you say of that 45% is true, but what about the other 55% that kind of makes the fact that you're pointing out the 45% irrelevant, right? Like, and that's basically what that is, from what I've noticed at least.
At PragerU.
It's officially fall, y'all. So today I'm going to show you how to make my award-winning chili. Even though it seems like no matter how many chili cook-offs I win, everyone still only sees me as that school mom. Fresh ingredients and my homemade blend of secret spices has made this the Tri-State Cook-Off's Blue Ribbon Chili winner for 3 years running. But that apparently means nothing compared to the 7 kids my son killed and the dozens more. At the first chili cook-off I entered, instead of congratulating me on my win, all the judges could talk about was how many children my son had a few months before, which frankly is pretty unfair. A lot of trial and error went into this chili to make it perfect. Beef and chorizo, a dash of liquid smoke, chipotles, but I guess I'm still just the evil woman who raised a monster. You know, if it weren't for that one little incident 2 years ago.
Little incident? One little incident, guys.
Everyone would know me as the best chili cook in the state. How many trophies do I have to win, huh? Tell me. Just give me a number. Hundreds? Thousands? I should be...
It doesn't matter. I'm just going to be honest. It doesn't matter. You raised an absolute monster. You are, in fact, responsible for the fact that you raised an absolute monster. Like, what happened in the household that... you know, your kid grew up to be an absolute monster. What happened? So yeah, unfortunately, you know, or how about this? Fortunately, it is great to be able to consistently point you out. I'm sorry. You're a terrible mother, terrible parent. Absolutely.
Be known as Debbie the Chili Queen. Instead, I'm the woman who bought her son an AR-15.
And your chili looks nasty. Okay, I'm going to point that out.
As Debbie the Chili Queen. Instead, I'm the woman who bought her son an AR-15. And no, my chili was not so good it threw my son into a murderous rage. Let's just forget about my son and look how good this chili is, topped with cheese, sour cream, and crumbled tortilla chips.
Right. Oh, but... okay. This is weird. You know what? Listen. Texas is an interesting place, right? So if the concept of adding, you know, God with a gigantic member, you know, in view of the kids is extremely important, to the point when they are standing up to the Pledge of Allegiance, they have to stare at the gigantic member, right? That's visible from the outside of the clothes or the robe. I guess the robe would be pretty easy to be visible, but that doesn't matter, right? That's an interesting thing. And then if they're going to then somehow jump into carrying large stones so they can get rid of as many harlots as humanly possible, I mean, listen, interesting place here, guys. If they want to be a harlot, let them be a harlot, right? Just don't marry them. That's the rules of the game here. Never marry one of these, you know, ladies of the night or people who sell images of themselves, guys. They should never be married. Let them be exactly what they want to be, but single, right? That's it. That's the rules of engagement. Why would you be with someone that your best friend can pay $3 for? That's crazy, bro. Why would you do that to yourself? But all right, listen, that's where we are. Apparently, Texas is doing some interesting things. And the chili looks disgusting. It looks dry. All right, and flavorless. It does. But all right, listen. You guys all have an absolutely amazing day. Enjoy your day thoroughly. Guys, before we go, are you guys subscribed to the other channels? Logical Movie Reviews with Mr. L. Boyd along with Mr. L. Boyd Music. Both are found in the description. Check it out.